Dice Tower Tonight, episode 23.
Yay, we're getting ready for Gen Con. Woo! Woo!
Welcome to Dice Tower Tonight, a video cast about board games and card games, and especially the people who play them. On tonight's show, Tom and I are getting ready for Gen Con next week, and we try to cheer Crystal up by playing one of Tom's devious games. We'll also whittle down the choices for Tom's next review, and then we'll take your questions live. I'm Eric Summerer, and joining me now, the Fezzik and Inigo to my Vizzini, Tom and Crystal.
All right.
I like that. That's nice.
So you're Vizzini. So Tom is Fezzik, and I'm Indigo?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I will 100% be Indigo Montoya.
Awesome. I thought you'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm not even upset.
Good.
Anyone want a peanut?
Happy.
All right.
Stop that rhyming now. I mean it.
But you can't say I'm backwards. It doesn't make any sense now.
Well, okay.
Okay, so folks, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Crystal Pisano.
And I'm Eric Summerer.
And we're here to talk about board games and the playing of them and so on and so forth. And it's live, so of course we may always take some questions and keep one eye on what you guys all say and do, or we may not. But sometimes I don't. Well, Ambi always, Crystal always watches it. I'm sorry, Ambi's always on it.
Ambi is in the chat tonight.
Yes, she is. So hey, folks, I am so stressed right now. There is so much to get ready for Gen Con. I am so close to being ready, but there's still a lot to do.
Yeah.
I have done so many reviews this week and last week, and there's so many great games I want to talk about. I played the Reckoners that I'll be talking about, the Rise of Fenris expansion for Scythe. There's so many things. I did not bring any of those games tonight. Instead, I brought two games that may even be greater than every other game in the world combined. That's hyperbole in the opposite direction.
Oh.
But before we jump into games, let's talk a little bit about Gen Con. Our booth is 2835.
And you know how you remember that is 7 multiplied by 4 and then 5.
That's a great idea. Well, that's insightful right there, Crystal.
You know, you guys mock me for that, but that is how I remember it, and that is how Eric remembers it now, too.
It is.
I mean, I'm not even on the podcast with you all, and that's how I'm remembering it. I'm not even attending Gen Con, and now I know the booth number.
Well, that's good. Well, here's why you guys should come by the booth. There's several reasons. One, if you come by the booth, you can meet all the gang, except Crystal. Okay?
Sorry.
But there'll be lots of folks there from the Dice Tower, me and Eric and Sam and Z and Mandy Suzanne. And we'll be there, and lots of our contributors will be there scattered throughout the day. But if you definitely want to see us, then come the first hour and last hour of each day. And most of all of us, of the main folks, will be there. So that's one reason to come by. Second reason to come by is there will be a coupon in the coupon book, which will get you a free promo for the new Good Critters game from Arcane Wonders and Dice Tower Essentials. All you got to do is come by, give us that coupon, you get a free promo. Why not? Third reason to come by is we have lots of other promos. Why not get some of them? You can support the Dice Tower and take home some swag. Maybe a Dice Tower. Fourth reason, we'll have our biggest Dice Tower in the world there. It's
in the world?
Well, the biggest Dice Tower in the room, which at Gen Con is still pretty big.
Yeah.
Drop some dice through it, win whatever the combo is that I've decided it's going to be, and you can win a prize. So you can come by, get a free promo, and possibly win a prize. And we also have Dice Tower ribbons that you can get, and we have bags. I thought this was important because, you know, when you go to a convention, you end up buying games, and then you say, "Oh, I gotta get rid of. I'm trying to get rid of weight to take them home and everything." So you punch them out, but not every game provides plastic bags in it. We'll have them. Come by, get some 3x5s or 4x6 plastic baggies, and we will limit them per person. I need 100 of each. No. And, you know, that way you can bag the components for your games. So those are all the reasons to come by our booth. I think those are all good reasons. We'll have a big giant sign hanging from the ceiling, so hopefully you can find us. But if not, you'll remember the 7x4, 7x5 thing. We're also doing Dice Tower Live, in which we will be making an announcement that all three of us know about.
We do. And I will admit, I've been kind of trolling my friends online, telling them that there's a big secret and there's something exciting and I know what it is and I'm not telling them. So I'm kind of a jerk.
That's like the mean way to keep a secret.
I
know a
know.
secret. I'm keeping it. You don't know, but I know.
I think Crystal knew about the secret before Eric did.
I think that's true, but that may be a clue, and you said you weren't going to do that anymore.
I didn't say any clues. I give the most obscure clues I possibly can. But also we have announcements from Stronghold, which I have no idea what it is, but he says it's amazing. We have an announcement from Simon, which I know what it is, and it's cool. Okay. We have an announcement from Restoration Games, which is no one's going to guess it. We have an announcement from Pandasaurus Games, which I don't think anyone's going to guess that one either.
Okay.
So there's a lot of cool things that are going to be announced there. Did I get all the companies that are announcing games? I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
And also our usual silliness.
Yes. That's going to be there too. Maybe a bit of a game show and Q&A. Here's what's not going to be there. Us recording it. All right, sorry, but because of tripods and all sorts of just Gen Con gives us the worst technical support. Not Gen Con. It's not Gen Con's fault. The convention center at Gen Con gives us the worst technical support, and it's just not very good for us to record it. Besides, not a lot of people watch it. But if you're not going to watch it and you want to know what the announcement is from us, we'll have a video that goes live on our channel, so don't worry, you'll see it.
But we are recording it for audio.
Yes. You'll hear it on our audio show. Secondly, there will be no singing, I think. Thirdly, unlike past Gen Cons, my goal is to keep this a family-friendly show.
Whatever could you mean?
Flashbacks, Tom. Flashbacks.
All righty. Let's get started.
Hold on, Tom. I think I heard you say something on the podcast that I had not heard prior to hearing it on the podcast, and that was something about stickers at the Dice Tower booth of maybe somebody's dice buddy, potentially. This is a thing that you said. You said me and Ambi. Whether that's actually true or not, I don't know.
It's sounding like I don't remember.
Wow. Yeah, you did say that it was going to be Crystal and Ambi in sticker form.
Everybody wants to see the dogs, the dice dogs, right?
It's definitely Crystal. I don't remember if I did Ambi or not. I might have saved her for another one. I can't remember. I know I did Crystal, and I know I did Melody, and I know I did Jason, and I know I did a fourth one, and I know I could just look it up online and see. Hang on.
We'll find out when we open the box in Indianapolis.
Oh, so basically,
the fourth.
Why I'm looking this up? Why don't one of you talk about a game?
Well, actually, before we jump, one more Gen Con thing that I wanted to talk about is that I hadn't mentioned before that at Dice Tower Con, Dave Luza and I got slipped into one of the runs of Pandemic Survival. This is the cooperative competition where teams of two play Pandemic and see who can solve it first or be the last one standing. Everyone's playing the same infection deck. Everyone's playing the same roles. The game is the same, but what you do differs based on your actions. And Dave and I won that round, which means that we move on to the semifinals at Gen Con. But Dave is touring Paris for work, so I'm swapping in Z. So Z and I are going into the semifinals at Gen Con, and I just looked at the schedule. We're up against the guys from the Spiel, in addition to, I think, 5 or 6 other teams. So I think just for podcasting honor, Z and I need to see how far we can get in this, even if we don't make it to the finals. The winner of the finals gets to go to Italy, which is kind of crazy, but I don't think we'll be there.
Oh my gosh, you and Z could take a little brocation to Italy together, and that would be adorable.
Well, then Dave Luce is going to...
Yeah, Dave Luce is going to be like, hey, wait a second.
The first
he lives closer to Italy. It's easier for him to come over there.
I'm kind of torn here because I want to see you guys whoop up on the Spiel. Sure. I want to see you do well. But I don't want you to do that well.
I know.
I'll never hear the end of it.
I'm excited to play Pandemic with Z.
Me and Z did say we're discussing Pandemic and how it's not as great as Z thinks it is. I think that was my end of the conversation. Hard to remember. Okay, so the sticker is not Ambi. I know I was saving her for something else, which I'll talk about in the future. It's Roy candidate.
Ah.
But Crystal,
Yeah.
yours is in there.
All right. So if
So
people
for
want
Roy's-
stickers with dice doggos.
So for Roy's, instead of having it in a neat pile, we're just going to spread it all over the table.
Shake it.
It's
Shake
on the
it real
floor.
fast.
It's on the floor. All right. Yes, and also someone mentioned we'll have pins for
Mandy and Sue's.
Mandy and Sue's. We'll have those little chips that we actually gave them out at Dice Tower Con to people who get into Board Game Breakfast. And we'll also have those, all kinds of stuff. Okay, but let's talk about the games. People are going to get mad. It's been 12 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to go. So Tom sent Santo Domingo, which we talked about 2 weeks ago, but also in the same package, as a subtle review request, he dropped in the latest of the Tales and Games series from Yellow. This is Jack and the Beanstalk.
First of all,
you
should be thanking me. Here's what happened. My wife said this box is too big to put this little game in. Is there something else? And I looked up there and I saw some very trashy games. And I was like, sure, let's send one of these to Eric. And then I saw the Tales of Games and I was like, I'll be nice this time.
Who are you and what have you done with the normal mean Tom?
Don't complain. That was a wonderful, better choice than some of the other things I could have sent you.
Thank you very much. I mean, this completes the collection. This is the one we did not have. So Jack and the Beanstalk is part of the Tales and Games. Inside, you've got a storybook that is the tale of Jack and the Beanstalk, as well as the game. And this is a dexterity dice stacking game. You've got this little village tile with a hole in it that fits dice. And then you got a whole bunch of dice. And let's see if I can make this work with my palm instead of... So you've got the thing sitting on the table, and then you're going to start stacking dice on that, and that makes the beanstalk that you will be gradually making taller.
Well, that's cool. I should send it back.
No. So you're using these action cards. Simultaneously, you play one of these action cards. You have a hand of 3 of them, and that's your turn order. So they have the numbers 1 through, I think it's 7. It might be 9. 1 through 7, I think. And you'll play one face down. You all flip them up, and then the lowest number goes first. If there's a tie, there's sort of a magic bean tiebreaker. So the card says you will roll a certain number of dice, and there's actually a choice. If you really want to roll more dice, you can roll more. Sometimes it's 2 to 3. Sometimes it's 1 to 3. Whatever. You roll your dice, and then based on the symbol, you will do something, and then stack them all in the beanstalk. So there's one symbol that says you've got a cylinder that you have to then stack on top of the dice after you put the die on there. There's another symbol that's like a bag, a treasure bag, which says that after you stack the die, you have to put your treasure token on there, and then you can continue to stack dice. If you put the treasure tokens on there, you draw a card, and that's ultimately what you're trying to do. You're trying to collect these secret cards that are treasure. At the end of the game, you'll total up those things. So you take turns stacking dice, rolling dice, and making this thing taller. If you make it fall, anybody else that has these treasure tokens gets another treasure. If you get to the top, if you get all 12 dice up here, there's actually a little castle, which I don't know if I can do and not knock this over, but there's a little castle.
I'm really impressed so far, for the record.
On top, like that, it actually has a base, but there's a castle. If you manage to get the castle up there, you get to score all of the bags that you have in the beanstalk. There's also, one last thing. There's an advanced version where you can, you have like special. Oh, they all fell over. You have special actions that are associated with the cards. But there's also this giant axe. In the basic game, you get to use the axe once per game. The advanced version, it's one of the actions of the cards. So if you play the axe, you get to do it once per game. You get to sit back in your chair with your arms against your sides and toss the axe at the stack and knock things over, thereby making it less unstable, at least in theory, for you to then stack your dice on, so it's less likely that they fall. It's a stacking game. It's a very simple stacking game, but it has enough complexity that there are some interesting choices. How many dice do I want to roll? You were trying to get those dice bag symbols, but you don't want to get the evil giant wakes up eye symbols, because that means that you only stack the eyes at that point. You don't get any of the other, rewarding things on your dice. However, my 7-year-old was not a fan. Because it is a dexterity-based game, you're stacking these dice, which can be a little slippery. It's It's one of these motor skills that he just couldn't get a handle on. And so very quickly, he became super frustrated and gave up. So I enjoy the structure of the game. I think we need to come up with a handicapping mechanism to make it a little easier for him. I think it's possible. There's ways to do that. We could give him a couple of treasures to start off. There's a way to make it work. But he was not a fan. I enjoyed Jack and the Beanstalk from Yellow.
Man, actually, does that say Yellow on it?
It does.
That one particular one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for people wondering why Yellow hasn't brought this to America, that's because Yellow and Purple Brain had a partnership. That partnership no longer exists.
Oh.
I don't think it ended badly or anything. They just kind of split off. So therefore, this particular game you will not see in America, at least not from Yellow. So have fun finding it. Sorry.
Wow. Now I feel really bad. And I'm hanging on.
Crystal, what did I send you in the box I didn't send?
You didn't send me anything, but I got something in the mail recently from not you, and that was Roll to the Top, which is a roll and write game that I am kind of digging right now. I know. You know what? It's the new thing I played recently. There's no specific reason for it. We'll just blame Suze because I like roll and writes a lot.
I am blaming Susanna. Yes.
All her fault.
So in Roll to the Top, that's got a sticky note on it now from my desk. Everybody gets a sheet, and there are a bunch of different ones based on different cities from around the world, and that has a bunch of boxes on it. You start writing numbers from the bottom to the top. Roll to the Top is the name of the game, after all. And the rule is that you can never write a number on top of another number unless it's higher than that number. On every player's turn, a whole bunch of different, that's gone now, a whole bunch of different dice get rolled of different denominations. And then those dice get switched in and out each player's turn. And you are allowed to add the numbers together in any combinations you want to write down any number you want, assuming you can make it with the dice that got rolled. And you're trying to be the very first person to fill up your entire sheet. So it's a matter of, there's a 4 and a 5 there on those two dice. I could write a 4 here and a 5 there, or I could combine them and write a 9 in this spot over here. So you're trying to strategically pick when to use small numbers, when to use big numbers, and to not limit yourself too much. Because eventually, obviously, if you're writing like a 24 or a 25, then only certain dice combinations are going to get you higher than that. And you're just trying to be the first one to fill up your sheet. And all of the different sheets have different configurations of squares. Some of them have them where there's only one square on top of a square. That gets kind of easy, whereas others, you have 2 squares on top of some of the squares. And so both of the squares have to have a number higher than the one below them. So it gets a little more complicated. I'm really enjoying it. I like that there's different sheets. So like there's simple ones if you wanted to play with kids or people who aren't as familiar with gaming. But there's some strategic stuff on the more difficult ones. So I am really enjoying Roll to the Top so far.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening?
All right, hang on a second. All right.
Oh, I saw this online. I'm so excited that you are wearing that right now. And why am I not going to be at Gen Con?
This game is called Don't Lose Your Cool. So apparently, you hit this button on top. It's calibrating my level of coolness.
So then Eric and I will start talking about Weird Al Yankovic and see how quickly we can make the alarm go off.
You know, Weird Al Yankovic was an answer on Double Dare. Just in the episode I watched today, they're like, so what accordion playing music artist?
Did we do it? Did we make the thing go off?
Here's the thing. I think this is a scam. I really do, because we've tested it and nothing happens, right? I sit there in a room staring at a wall and it goes off. So either I have really high blood pressure or it's a scam. I think it's a scam.
So it's supposed to measure your body temperature?
It's supposed to measure your heartbeat, actually. I don't know. Maybe it works. But what happens is the other people you roll dice, it will say, act crazy, act like a zombie, make fart noises or whatever.
Huh.
Here's a cooler game.
It made for a good comedic moment, if nothing else.
Connect 4 shots. I like this one a lot, actually. Basically, in this game,
This looks like the version that was on the game show, the Hasbro Family Game Night.
Yeah, maybe it is. It's the same thing as Connect 4, but you're bouncing these balls. You just bounce them on a table, and then they fall in, and they'll roll, into the slot and fall down. That's it. Now, the game actually comes with, it makes you do it real time, like you're bouncing them as fast as you can. I think it actually works pretty well if you take turns, like one at a time. And if you miss, too bad.
That fixes the problem that Connect 4 is a completely solved game, because when you throw in the dexterity element, it can't be solved anymore.
I agree, and I like it a lot for that reason. I think that's a neat variant there. All right, so those are my 2 games. 2 small games, better than anything else I could have shown you.
Someone was asking about my shirt. I'll just lean back. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Today's game show is based on a new party game from Big Potato Games. All right, the game is called Weird Things Humans Search For. All right, so this game is about if I do a search for something. So, for example, card here says, does the Tooth Fairy, and then you would have to answer, you're trying to pick the top search thing, does the Tooth Fairy what?
Exist.
And okay, well, that would get you a point had this actually been part of the game, and I said guess. But yes, does the Tooth Fairy really exist? That's number 4. Now, in this one, you get 4 points if you get the top answer, 2 points for the second. In the case of ours, you're just going to get points if it's on the list anywhere.
Okay.
All right, so yes, really, does the Tooth Fairy really exist is something. What else, Eric? What do people actually search for? Does the Tooth Fairy what? Now, I want to say something before we start this. There are many, many cards in this game. I have pre-selected the cards. There are many cards in this game whose answers I cannot read on this particular channel. They're not horrific. I wouldn't say that any of them are R-rated, but I think they're PG-13. How's that? It's not that bad, right? But still. But the cards that I'm reading today do not have that problem. So I should not hear answers like that, Eric Moon.
Does the Tooth Fairy leave gifts?
I will accept that because it says, does the Tooth Fairy bring toys? This is still the practice question.
Practice question. Okay.
How many questions are usually on the card, or how many answers?
Looks like 9 are on this one, but sometimes it looks like there might be 10 or so, somewhere around 8 to 10 or whatever.
So, are we still guessing for the practice one, or are we moving on to the
Sure. Keep going.
Does the Tooth Fairy know Santa?
Oh, that's not bad. Actually, it says work on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
I'm not sure why anyone cares about that. Mom, I lost my tooth.
I mean, that feels like it would be.
The Tooth Fairy has off.
That would be helpful because then the Tooth Fairy and Santa could, help each other out. The Tooth Fairy could have some cookies and milk. That seems like a legit thing for the Tooth Fairy.
In our house, the Tooth Fairy has often forgotten to put money for the tooth. Many times because, again, 7 kids times 15 teeth. It's a very expensive thing, first of all. And then they come and they say, make sure the Tooth Fairy doesn't forget tonight. Yeah, I know.
Yep. How about, does the Tooth Fairy have a sidekick?
No, that's not bad. But have a boyfriend is on the list.
Oh!
I'm going to just read these here. Okay, does the Tooth Fairy take a tooth? That's only in the Grim Tales over there. Does the Tooth Fairy have a name? Does the Tooth Fairy leave a note? Does the Tooth Fairy really exist? Does the Tooth Fairy work on Christmas Eve? Does the Tooth Fairy come during the day? Does the Tooth Fairy bring toys? Does the Tooth Fairy have a boyfriend? Does the Tooth Fairy come for dogs? And does the Tooth Fairy fly?
Okay.
All right. So let me get my score sheet out here.
So this is based on actual search results?
It is. And because I was going to assume that people in chat won't cheat, because I realize that this is normally team versus team, you may pick an answer from the chat if you so desire.
Oh.
All right.
I should probably
cheat,
bring the chat up there.
Yeah, chat, don't cheat, okay? Don't be like searching for this stuff. Just guess on your own. Okay, so the first one here, let me go here. By the way, if you pick an answer that I think is funny and is also on the card, I may get bonus points.
I like that the
All right.
scoring for this game changes literally every time we play.
It would not be good if we kept it the same. All right. Could a human fight a blank? Could a human fight a blank? Eric, you lose the most, so you go first.
Could a human fight a bear?
Bear is on the list. That's 1 point for Eric.
Horse.
No, horse is not on the list. Back to you, Eric.
Could a human fight a shark?
Oh.
Ooh, good answer. Not on the list.
Great.
Gorilla.
Gorilla is the top answer, but still only 1 point in my game. Eric.
Could a human fight a chimpanzee?
Oh, good answer. On the list.
Am I correct in assuming that monkey is the generic version of that and therefore not a different answer on the list, probably?
Is monkey your guess?
Oh, you're going to tell me it's not on there. So no, it's not. I know how you work. It's not.
No one knows how I work.
That's true. And I don't want to, for the record. How about a dragon?
Ooh, good. No.
Could a human? I'm not actually looking at the chat now. Could a human fight a dinosaur?
The chat doesn't seem to be super helpful, huh?
No.
Netter said burrito.
I'm gonna say dinosaur.
I'm going to give that to you. It says velociraptor here, but
Yeah.
that's close enough to dinosaur.
All right. Well, then
Last one.
let's go with snake.
Nope. All right, here's what we have. This is the most mundane one on my thing here. Gorilla, lion, wolf, cheetah, chimp, tiger, bear, velociraptor, coyote, and dog. Apparently people want to fight animals really bad. All right, let's go to something weirder.
Okay.
I keep hearing what? I keep hearing blank.
Who is first?
You're first this time.
Strange noises.
Noises is on the list. That's a point for Crystal. That was a number 2 answer.
Voices.
That was a number 1 answer. That's 2 points. Just kidding. I don't want
Rules
Crystal to
ever
reach the
change.
screen and strangle me.
All right. Music.
I will allow it, but it actually says music in my head.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
I keep hearing ringing in my ears.
Ooh, yes. Good, Eric. Good.
sirens.
Ooh, that's a good answer. No.
I keep hearing my smoke detector beeping.
Oh, that's so annoying. No, first of all, but
Oh.
they make this device that makes like a smoke detector beep sound that goes off at random intervals, like 17 minutes.
It's called an annoyatron, and it actually goes off at random intervals, so you can't even predict when it's going to beep.
Right. And so
Why
I
are
wanted
you
to
making
get
this gesture while you talk about it?
I wanted to get one of these, and I've wanted to get one for over a decade now. But I can't think of anybody who meets my Venn diagram of people who I would think it's hilarious to do to, and people who won't get infuriatingly mad. It doesn't go, because I don't like to do practical jokes that actually anger people. All right, whose turn is it?
Me.
All right, last two.
Whispers.
Ooh, no.
I keep
Eric.
hearing the neighbors.
No, but that's good. Okay, here's what they have. I keep hearing voices, noises, the same song everywhere, music in my head, footsteps in my house,
Ooh.
ringing in my ears, my dead cat.
Wait, what?
Well, no, seriously. Maybe like someone's cat died. And I seem to keep hearing it. It's like a phenomenon, probably. Or it's super creepy. I
Why
keep
not
hearing
both?
the same name everywhere. I keep hearing a piano, or I keep hearing whistling. If you hear whistling, run. That's what I'm saying. All right. Next one. Where do they keep blank? Back to you, Eric. Where do they keep blank?
All the gold.
That's correct. Good call, Eric.
The aliens.
Yes, also correct. You guys are on fire.
Oh my gosh, it's a game Eric and I can finally both play.
Where do they keep the Declaration of Independence?
No, but I can actually tell you if you want to know.
Yeah, people would Google that, though.
That's true.
The cancer vaccine, like the thing that people think exists, you know? The cancer,
Okay.
the cure for cancer.
No, I get that. That's true. No, but that's a good answer.
Where do they? You said the aliens already, right?
Yes.
Where do they keep the UFOs? Is that a different answer?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
No.
Bigfoot.
Ooh, no.
Where did they keep? Oh, I like that one from the chat. The underground bunker for the president.
Oh, that is a really good one, but no, that is not the case. But that's a good one. I don't even know.
This is not my real answer, but Beth Sobel gets a shout out for saying the over 300 score for Gons Shown Clever, because I want to know where that is too.
It doesn't exist.
Does not.
There's like 20 people in the world who care about that answer. That is the most inside answer ever. Boo.
The app released this week. A lot of people on Twitter are talking about it, Tom. I'm just saying.
It lost. Get over it. Quacking. One.
All right, let's go with another answer from the chat. The site that they faked the moon landing from.
Okay, good, but no. All right, last answers.
I like the left socks from the dryer.
No, but yes, I do wonder that myself.
Was that it? Or
I went first.
Eric went first.
Oh, I get one more. Where do they keep Elvis?
Oh, good. No. So here's the answer. Where do they keep the crown jewels?
Okay.
Where do they keep dead bodies?
Oh, I almost said that.
Where do they keep Air Force One? You guys are close with the president's bunker. Eric's going to like this one. Where do they keep the Constitution?
Wow.
Where do they keep all the gold? Where do they keep aliens? Where do they keep animals on a plane? Where do they keep atomic bombs? Where do they keep blood in hospitals? And why do you want to know? And where do they keep prisoners on a ship? Because that matters. All right. Here's a fun one. My child smells like blank.
And I'm first this time?
Yes, you are.
I'm not a parent, but I know a lot of people who are, so my first answer is going to be poop.
That's the number 2 answer. 1 point for Crystal.
It's the number 2
Well, if
answer.
it's the number 2 answer, the number 1 has to be urine.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You guys are so smart. But there's many other answers here. Let's hear them.
All right, how about vomit?
No.
Spoiled milk.
No.
Dirt.
What does dirt smell like?
Petrichor.
No.
I'm just glad that you didn't expect me to answer so quickly, because that was a great reaction.
My child smells like flowers.
Is your child a robot?
Yeah, you kind of went into robot voice there, but that was awesome.
No.
Let's go with something from the chat. How about cheese?
Cheese is a good guess. No.
My child smells like, oh, I like that one, bubble gum.
Eric, something is wrong with your mic because you sound like a robot from a 50s TV show. but gum is not an answer. Try turning it on and off again.
My mic?
Well, something. We can hear you, but it's very robot-y. Let's see. How about Cheerios? I like that one in the chat.
Oh yeah, Cheerios is good, but no, that's not correct.
How about peanut butter? What did I do? I don't know.
Sorry. Here's what, Eric. Why don't you leave chat and come back again?
All right. Peanut butter.
We can understand.
Peanut butter's wrong.
Ooh, that's morbid. I don't want to say that. How about BO, body odor? Or sweat?
No,
Would that count?
no.
I don't know.
No, oh, well, I mean, sweat would be a different answer, but no, I would accept both of those. Say
Am I
something.
better? Am I better now?
Ooh, you
You are better.
Oh, good. So what did Crystal say?
I said
BO
body
or
odor.
sweat. Last guess, Eric.
The chat just came up with the best answer yet, for the record, Eric.
Well, let's see.
What, Teen Spirit?
Yeah.
My child smells like burning.
Nice Simpsons reference.
Oh, okay. Here's what you missed: metal, garlic, fish, syrup, onions, sulfur, and vinegar.
Mm.
So the chat had a few of those. Chat had syrup. They had rotten eggs, which may have counted for sulfur.
Skunk would have been a good one. I saw that go by.
All right. Let's go low here. Can a fart blank? That's right. Highbrow entertainment on the Dice Tower.
I get to go first?
You sure do.
Can a fart?
I've got an answer to this.
Be silent.
No.
All right. Travel back up inside your body.
Hang on. Let me look to see if that's one of the things it says here. No.
Blow out a match.
What? No.
Catch on fire.
Yes, that is on the list. Finally, we have a point.
Occur in space.
No. But close.
Can a fart kill you?
That's the number one answer.
Oh, man. We found the thing I'm good at.
You have obviously meshed better with this topic, Crystal.
I don't know why. It's a mystery.
Eric's like, go back to what kids smell like.
Can a fart cure a disease?
No. Do you think that's ever been asked by anybody?
I don't know.
Make a bubble.
That's a good answer, but no.
Wake you up, the chat said.
Ooh, I like that one. No. But that's a good one. I'm enjoying chat's answers a lot.
The chat is pretty good. Make you sick.
No. All right, one more for each of you.
Okay.
Get you fired.
I want to Google that one now because I'm curious, like, if there's a story about that somewhere. No.
But that was from the chat as well.
Ooh, Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with that one from the chat. Be captured as a source of fuel.
No, but that's a good one. All right, here's what we got.
I was close to one based on your facial expression.
Well, you said the same word. That's the thing. Okay. Can a fart kill you? Number 2 answer. Can a fart be misogynistic? I don't get that at all. Can a fart burn calories? If so, I would be quite thin. Can a fart turn into a burp?
Wait,
Can a fart? This is one that you said something about. I forget what you said, Eric, but can your fart propel you into space? What's the next one? Can a fart catch fire? That was said. Can a fart freeze? Can a fart get stuck? Can a fart explode? And can a fart hurt you?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
let's take one last one here. Okay. Do spiders really blank? Do spiders really blank?
It's me first, right?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say exist.
I like that, but no.
Oh, somebody in the chat said it at the same time. All right, I feel good.
Do spiders really drink blood?
No. Do people think they do?
Vampire spiders.
Do spiders really kill people?
Do spiders what?
Kill people.
No.
Do spiders really catch flies?
The answer to your question is yes. But the answer, if you get that point for that, is no.
Turn you into Spider-Man.
No.
Why are you shaking your head? I make a comic book reference and I get a head shake? Come on.
That's a lame comic book reference. That's like a comic book reference my dad would know.
Well, I'm probably about as educated about comic books as your father, Mr. Vassal.
What about Star Trek comics?
I may own a couple of those.
Do spiders really spin webs?
No. You guys aren't doing very good on this topic.
Yeah, you picked a great one for the finale here. Crawl into your mouth when you sleep.
Yes, that is on the list.
Shout out to the chat for that one.
Do spiders really outnumber humans?
Well, first of all, yes. But secondly, no. That's twice now I've said that to you. I got to change up my delivery.
Do spiders really have lots of eyes? I don't know what the number is, but
I will accept that. Do spiders have 8 eyes? And the answer is...
I couldn't remember the number.
Someone wrote, do spiders smell like children?
We've gotten very meta here.
Do spiders hatch hundreds of eggs at a time?
Nope, that's on the list. And guess what? That's it. Game's over. Crystal wins 9-7. I didn't want to draw it out for you, Eric. All right, so here's what's on the list. Do spiders really... Well, the first one is, I'm not counting. This must be a UK thing, because this is from UK. Do spiders really hate conkers? I don't know what that means. Do spiders really hate peppermint? That's definitely on the list. Do spiders really have asthma? Do spiders crawl in your mouth at night? Do spiders have 8 eyes? Do spiders really bite? Do spiders really crawl in your ear? Do spiders have spider sense? Do spiders really lay eggs and bananas? And do spiders really shoot webs?
Someone in the chat wants to know, will spiders ever give you up or let you down or run around and desert you?
Never. They're never going to
do many things to me. All right, it's time for a game. I'm so excited about this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. We have some games here, and the chat is going to dismiss some of them. Eric and Crystal are going to dismiss some of them, and we're going to go on from there. So the first round, you both get to dismiss one, and the chat dismisses one. That will leave us with 4 games. The chat will dismiss one of those, and then Eric will pick one of the remaining ones to go, and then we'll get down to the final 2.
That doesn't work.
Shut up. Hang on.
Counting.
Math. It's hard. Like the number of eyes a spider.
So Eric will first kick one out, then Crystal will kick one out, and then Crystal will kick one out, then Eric will kick one out. Then when we get to the final 3, the chat will get rid of one, and Crystal will pick one of the remaining 2, and Eric has to get the other one. So here are the games. We'll start with just the box covers. First, we have Blank Slate. This is a new party game. I believe this is coming out at Gen Con. The game where blank minds think alike. Basically, it says here you will say something like blank house, and everybody will write down a word, and you're trying to match what other people say. Pretty simple. Party game, Blank Slate. The next game has to do with Samurai Jack Blast to the Past. Back to the Past. This is also coming out Gen Con from USAopoly. This has to do with Samurai Jack. I've never seen the cartoon. It has to do with season 5, I think. It looks like there is painted miniatures in the box. Have either of you guys watched this?
I have not.
Yes.
Okay, chat, vote it out. All right, Samurai Jack, Back to the Past.
I mean, for the record, a lot of IP-based games are not good, even if you like the subject material.
Yeah, but also for the record, this one is from USAopoly and Andrew Wolf, and they have done some good IP games.
Absolutely.
They were showing it off at Dice Tower Con in their booth.
Place in the Sun. I don't know anything about this game. This game is from Vermin Games. It looks spooky. Doesn't this look like that Doctor Who villain, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then this other guy just points at you like, whoa. All right, but on the back, the cards kind of look like Race for the Galaxy styles thing, right? Looks cool.
Okay.
All right, this is 2 to 4 players, but it can also be played co-op, 1 to 4 players. 15 minutes per player, and you have asymmetrical factions, and I don't know what else you have. There you go. Place in the Sun. The next game is called Roadkill. So, doesn't look like the hedgehog made it there.
Wait, hold on. One of the words on the front of that box is Zach, like the name Zach. That's
Ouch,
not.
bang, Zach. Zach Morris is trash. Path zonk. All right. Apparently, it's a game of cheap shots, payback, and fast fun for the whole family. You need to keep the cleanest road possible. Give roadkill to your opponent, sweep up your road, and play other special cards. And there is what it looks like.
For the whole family, we want to play the game where we're smashing animals on the road.
Where we're throwing dead animals at our opponents.
This game barely fits in here. This is called Florida. No, wait. Sorry, it looked like Florida for a moment. Carthage. This is a deck building arena combat. And so if we look in the back, you're stepping into the arena, and there's a bunch of soldiers fighting, and looks like there's deck building involved. That's kind of a cool cover, but it really looks like Florida. What is it supposed to be? Is that what Carthage looked like? Was Carthage that shape?
That's a hand holding a knife.
Florida.
Okay, Florida.
It's a hand holding Florida.
All right, next one. 1,500 meters. Look at these people's muscles. They have muscles on their muscles.
Wait, their legs, their knees have muscles.
Yes, look at that. There is not one part of their body that is lacking in muscles.
Also, some of their facial expressions are a little worrisome. Like that third, the one in the middle there is kind of...
No, look at the second guy. Okay? He does not want to race. He is very unhappy about this entire... All right. But this simulates a track and field race of legendary athletic distance. It's a free luck. I guess that means no luck movement system. You choose how far, but you have strength points you have to manage throughout the race. This is what it looks like. The muscles are gone. Hey, but it's a race game. Maybe it's good.
I mean, we already have Magical Athlete in the world, so...
And finally, Picoko, or I don't know how to pronounce it. This here is from Brain Games. This is a trick-taking game. Have either of you heard of this?
No.
No.
When you hold the trick cards and you can't see your own you can't see your own cards, other people can. But look at this. When they're in the trays, they look like peacock feathers.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat effect. I don't know if the game is any good or not. It is 3 to 5 players, 30 minutes. All right, so this one, Picoko, you're gonna pick one of these to kick out. And then Crystal's gonna kick one out. 1,500 meters. Carthage. Roadkill. Place in the Sun. Samurai Jack. Or Blank Slate. Pick one of these to kick out. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you have to give the chat something, guys. They tend to kick out games that look really bad sometimes, and they don't try to troll Eric as much as I thought I like to think.
You hope they might. It looks like 2 front runners on this one.
No, there's no 2 front runners. This is a runaway victory, a race victory for goodbye 1,500 meters.
He's the lucky loser. You can see it on the box.
Yeah, this guy wants to stop running. He says, "Thank you." He mouths it to you.
All right. So then I have to pick
Crystal,
one?
now you pick one to get rid of.
We are most definitely ditching Roadkill.
Oh, man. I want to review that one.
Well, you still can.
No, I bind myself by the rules that I have made.
You've literally never done
all
that.
The time. I know. Have you seen the amount of hate I'm getting on my Zoomaka review?
Zoomaka.
No, what has happened on your Zoomaka review?
Oh my goodness, I am getting so much hate on that one. Here's the thing: we played one rule wrong, which essentially instead of when you play a card for money and put in the bank, you don't draw cards from the deck and put them in the bank. You just put that card in the bank, and that's how much money that you have in the bank. But that's literally the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you just wouldn't have a larger pile of cards.
No, it's worse because if you have to pay 2,
now
you have to get rid of the 6. So.
Because there's no way to make change.
Back me up, guys. To all the haters of that, it was not a good game.
No, okay. It looked pretty. It was boring and awful to play.
All right, let's open these games up now, and then you guys will kick out another one, and Eric will kick out one. So we'll start with Blank Slate here, which I'm assuming is not going to be that. There's the scoreboard.
Look at those small circles.
Comes with these markers, which, as in all of these games, you will have to replace after one play. Well, these are pretty nice. They have like little blank slates here. This is actually recessed. That's kind of cool. And then a whole bunch of cards. All right, I'm gonna say something, and then you guys see if you match. Okay, ready? Blank guard. 1, 2, 3, go.
Mouth.
Crossing.
Okay. Fine blank. 1, 2, 3, go.
Wine.
Dining.
You guys cannot be friends any longer.
Okay, here, hold on. Ready, Eric? Blank owl. 1, 2. No.
How many other things are there? Come on, man. How that works.
Unusual.
All right, let's take a look at Samurai Jack in space now. All right. I thought this one was open. It is open. Why is the lid not coming off? Points for Gryffindor. Oh, there we go. Comes with this nasty-looking dragon instructions.
A coup.
Bunch of tiles. Samurai Jack doesn't look like he ever smiles. These tiles are super thin, by the way. Here's the board. Not a bad-looking board. By the way, if you're wondering what the point of this game is, everyone, it's because we like to judge stuff by its cover. Here's all the painted miniatures. They look kind of cool. I don't know who any of these people are, except there's the genie from Aladdin. All right, and Tinkerbell down at the bottom. All right, and it comes with some tiles. Those look good. And then several decks of cards. There's Samurai Jack and some dude behind him.
Aku.
No one cares. And then here's a bow and an arrow. You don't see me being nerdy about what I like.
That is not
Wait,
true at
You
all.
were wearing an It's a Trap hat at the beginning of the show.
That's because I like to warn people when they're speeding down the road about future law enforcement situations.
Yet somehow before we went live,
No
you
proof.
said-
Wasn't on the channel. All right. Place in the Sun. Comes with a nice rule book. Well, these are pretty interesting tiles, like big round tiles here. Looks like part of them. Ooh, wow. These are super thin now. You know, we were talking about that today, Eric, me and Z, where we got this game and you punch the tile and I was like, look how thin this is. But in the 90s, we just accepted that all games were like that.
Yeah.
And then when the thick ones came out, you were like, what? So it looks like there's a lot of planets here. Or these are spinners. That looks more like the case.
They look like spinners.
And this is obviously some sort of currency. Then there are boards. Oh, these are actually thicker boards. Looks like this is where you're going to place things like pulsars and binary stars and yellow dwarfs and red giants. And then the cards. There's the ancient. That's kind of cool art.
Yeah.
This general looks a little more boring. The Ravager Queen. Do not go near her. I feel like she just ate her husband. Isn't that
do that? So.
Isn't that what that looks like? Like this is post dinner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A twin bot, also known as an X-wing, and the High Lord Overseer. These are all a deck though, so there's a lot of. I mean, this game has a lot of cards.
I will admit, though, just reading some of the text on those cards, you mentioned it kind of visually looks like Race for the Galaxy, and it did seem like it was kind of trying to emulate some Race for the Galaxy.
Maybe I'm not seeing that here now. I'm seeing maybe more of a. It looks a little simpler than that. So
yeah, no, it definitely looks simpler, but like with a similar vibe.
Who knows? That is Place in the Sun. Find a place in the box. There we go.
I'm cautiously curious about that one.
Carthage. All right, Carthage. Let's see what's in here. Do you think there's miniatures in this one? I have no idea.
It's got the whole state of Florida
Here's a
in
rule.
its hands.
Tip for all people who make board games. You do not have to make your rule book the same size as your box. There's no law to that. Look at this thing. Idiotic.
But now it doesn't slide around. Whoa.
No, that's nonsense. Make a smaller rule book with more pages. It ticks me off. Not as much as those CCG ones where they're like, you open it and it's this huge spread.
You got to flip over and yeah.
This is actually a very nice looking board here. I mean, it's a little bland, but it looks good. But look at this. These guys are ready to fight.
Whoa.
Oh, it looks like they're they're male on one side and female on the other side, although that lady's like wearing a skull helmet.
Is she wearing clothes? Because that's a nice plus if, in fact, she is.
That's a nice...
Yeah, well, it's really hard to tell because of all the darkness.
They're in shadow.
Yeah.
So I guess they're trying to please everybody, right? You're like, are they wearing clothes? Well, what do you want them to be wearing?
You decide.
Appropriate armor for everyone.
Well, that looks appropriate, right?
I will admit, I really do like when the option is given, like for a same character to be either male or female. I like
it's not a hard thing for companies to do, right? I mean, you have to pay, I guess, for some extra artwork, but
yeah,
these are the miniatures that come with the game.
Do the minis match the male female as well?
No, they're all men.
Oh, look at us! We're trying to give this publisher some credit, and
so we've learned that extra art is less expensive than extra minis.
Well, I agree on that. I would have went 50-50 on the miniatures myself, but whatever. These are what the cards look like. That's some pretty nice, clear iconography, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Comic book. It's very 300 art style.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's definitely what they're trying to go for. All right. Well, that one looks better than I had thought. initially, still think it looks like Florida. But all right, one more. Here we go. This is the one the peacock one. This the box is linen finished.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's not a ooh. Who cares? You don't need to. There's a lot of rule books because it's
fine.
I'm
just gonna sit here and say nothing.
Oh wow! I'm so sorry to offend everyone's delicate sensibilities.
Crystal's getting surly. What? Okay.
I told my coworkers today. I'm in a very sassy mood.
So these are plastic pieces.
Oh, interesting.
So you put it like that, and then you see here there's a slot to put your cards in.
I want the purple peacock.
That's cool though, because those things could bend if they were made of cardboard. They could easily bend and they wouldn't work the way they're supposed to.
Well, we're gonna see. Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. I'm just sticking random cards in here.
You just want to see the effect of the peacock.
I do. So do you.
Yes.
True.
There we go. How does that look?
And from behind, it looks like?
There you go. That's what it looks like from behind. That's a pretty... I'm hoping the game is good, right? Because that's a pretty neat visual effect. But
Yeah.
I don't know if the game is any good or not, though. That's what we'll find out. It is a pretty big box for a trick-taking game, but that's Picoco. All right. So, chat, you get to kick one of these out. You can get rid of Picoco. You get rid of Carthage. We get rid of Place in the Sun. You can get rid of Samurai Jack, Back to the Past. Or you can get rid of Blank Slate. I have to say, at this point, I would gladly play any of those 5 based on how they look.
I actually think I would as well, even without. Although I think, like Blank Slate. It seems like a generic party game, but it seems like one that would go over well with my game group. So.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a lot of 2 different games.
Yep.
Carthage started off, and then I don't.
Eric's worried right now because Samurai Jack is a distant third, but it's still a third. Wow, I don't even know which one's winning here. Let me scroll here and look.
What's funny
Every
is
show.
I think it's Carthage, but I don't think you want it to be Carthage.
No, I don't want it to be. I don't really care actually at this point. No, I don't care. I don't think it's Carthage though. I think Black Slate has it beat out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it
games,
is.
Chat. Party games.
They never
fun.
vote for party games. Bye,
Really?
Blank Slate.
Well, for the record, if you review it and don't like it and need to send it somewhere anyway.
Eric, pick another one to go.
You know what? I think I'm going to knock out Samurai Jack.
Oh.
You know why?
What?
See, it looks like it's a cooperative game, but it's not. And so I don't really care for it.
Okay. Unexpected. All right. All right, so let's take a closer look here at Place in the Sun. I'll look at this rule book, which is version 1.0. You know?
They're being honest.
They're just getting ready for the next revision.
All right, so you're going to set up a solar board. You're going to put cards out in a display like that. So that looks pretty interesting. Everyone's going to take turns playing as many cards as they want. They're going to make lines of cards. There are different factions. You could be Planet Earth, Planet Arachne, Mothership Theta, Planet Rhea, and the Extinctors.
The Extinctors?
What is the Extinctors?
Well, they extinct things.
Are they extinct? Like, I'm not sure what they're trying to do here.
They make extinct.
Well, that's actually, again, I think the idea of having different factions, looks like they have some different rules, and then they have different decks. So let's crack open one of these decks here. The Extinctors. Hang on. I didn't even mean to do that. It's an Annihilator satellite. So they're not sounding like they're trying to keep people alive. Devastator fleet. Oh, okay. Sorry. They meant Terminator, but they're using a different word.
Ah.
Tell me that's not Terminator.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Terminator.
Um,
Someone in the chat wants to know if the extinctors fart.
no, but they smell like children.
Someone else said they used to smell, now they are extinct.
Oh boy.
Stop! You should never read stuff like that. That's bad.
Yep.
All right, it does look like there's a lot of the same card though. Like, remember I showed you the twin bot? There's 2 of those, but like there's iBots here, which is a future Apple product. There's
there's
9 of
iBots
those.
in the Fallout series.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8 of those. So apparently there's a lot of each of these. But this is the deck for the extinctors, and then we got a deck for the the place in the sun. Oh wait, no, that's just the main thing. Poisonous pollen, triffids, weeding. Well, that's kind of a weird picture. The weeding. What are those guys doing?
They're like evil ents.
I think they're actually adding weeds, not deleting weeds.
I mean, it says you can discard a card. That sounds like removing things.
All right, Carthage, the game that people want gone anyway, so I don't know why I'm bothering to go through this, but blah, blah, blah. This game, you're going to set up some characters on the board. You're going to have action phase where you draw cards for your player deck and move up favor and attack people. So basically, you're using your cards to move around the board, to add favor, do damage, to move. So it looks like you're going to be fighting in a basic combat system, which you can also set up different scenarios. That reminds me of the Spartacus board game, but with your own deck building, where you can play a male or female character using a male model. Okay. I'm going to crack one of these card packs open too. I can't get it open. It's a point against the game. Wait, hang on. I got it. Whew. So we can see different cards are going to give various. Is that guy holding a baseball bat? Doesn't it look like he's up for bat in Louisville Slugger there?
It does. I think that's a chasm behind him. That's not his weapon.
Yeah, also he's a politician. That picture makes no sense. Ooh, face punch.
Give that one to Sam. Oh, wait, no, it's not throat, though.
This says Juggernaut. That guy does not look like a Juggernaut at all.
That looks like the designer of the game twisted his face, took a picture of it, and then put it in the game.
Then put like an Instagram filter over it.
Yeah.
Apparently wearing a thin harness will help you out with some stats at the bottom.
I would like flying stunts.
Okay, so that's Carthage. People are going to vote it out anyway. Eric and Crystal don't want it, so I don't know why we bothered to do any of that. All right, so Picoco. In this game, it's a trick-taking game. There we go. You can't see your own tricks here. You're going to take your cards. You can't look at the value of your own cards. You're going to bid on how many tricks they think other players will take. All right.
That's interesting.
All right. Then you will play. You'll choose any card from your target player's hand, and it's the person to your left. So you're playing cards from their thing. So everyone will play one card. And blah, blah, blah.
So you're still playing cards you can see. They're just not your
Then
cards.
the person will play. Well, that's really weird. So you're playing cards for somebody else.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird.
But you bid on how many tricks they're going to take.
Once again, plastic peacocks and feathers. Okay, blah, blah, blah. All right, chat. Vote one out. Picoco, Carthage, or Place in the Sun. Vote one out. And then Crystal will pick which one she gets and which one Eric gets.
I'm actually really torn right now, for the record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some people are voting Florida.
Yep.
I give you props for that. All right, Carthage is out.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal. Do you want peacocks or space?
So I know Eric well enough to know that he wants peacocks, but I kind of also want peacocks.
Then take it. Don't give it to Eric.
You won the game.
I
Eric's
know,
going
but
to Gen Con. Eric's going to Gen Con, and before you signed in, he said, "Ha ha, Crystal's not going."
But Place in the Sun looks really neat also. And I like the fact that you said it could be played co-op, so that interests me.
Yes, I did say that.
But the purple peacocks.
Yeah, all right, fine. I'm taking the peacocks.
Yes, I wanted Place in the Sun.
Oh, yay! That makes me happy that you got what you wanted then.
That makes me sad because I don't like happiness. All right.
I'm very curious to know, Eric, how A Place in the Sun is. It looks really interesting.
Well, here's the happy news. That's the whole point of our show, to tell each other how these games go.
Yes, we will discuss it later.
All right, we'll take a real quick couple questions, then we got to go, and we'll see you guys at Gen Con, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks, where we'll be like, Gen Con was amazing, but we're so tired. And Chris will be like bouncing off the walls.
Yes.
No, I'm going to be exhausted too. I'm going to a 5-day convention of my own, just for the record.
I had no idea.
Oh, you know what? Tell me what people do at Star Trek conventions at night.
So there's a lot of different meetups both on site and off site. So I don't do the gold or captain's chair level tickets where you have special events that are planned by the con, but there's a bunch of different events hosted by people who do Star Trek podcasts. There's I'm going to an event called A Night of Diversity that's celebrating diversity in Star Trek, and it is raising money to benefit a couple of LGBT charities here in Las Vegas and elsewhere. But basically people just meet up and they do Klingon karaoke one of the nights, and that is free. I don't actually think people sing in Klingon because that would be very difficult. And I don't know Klingon. Although I did hear that Duolingo has Klingon as an option now, but only on the website, not on the app. I would kind of like to learn Klingon at some point. So
that is a waste of your time.
Yes, it is.
Useless language.
Everything is a waste of our time, Tom.
No, it's not. Learn Spanish. You can use it to communicate with others.
I mean, I actually would like to learn Latin before Spanish, but that's because of my interest in etymology. So.
All right. So this says in the game preview on Board Game Geek for Gamer Over, they said you gave permission to be the subject of the American version. I can't remember that, but I probably did.
So it actually is about you? I didn't realize. I thought it was just, sort of.
I would have given permission for that in a heartbeat because I think that's hilarious.
Now I have to get that game.
Eric's like, this is the most fun game I've ever played. We didn't even care who won. When we found out, we threw them a party. All right, let's see. What's a good worker placement game for 2 people? That's very specific.
Mintworks is really good for 2 people.
That's an okay. I mean, that's fine, but the right answer for that is Targi.
Well, I've never played Targi.
I haven't played that one.
Oh, it's coming out at Gen Con again, so. Hey, Project Elite. Did you guys hear that's being reprinted by Simon?
No.
Project
Yes,
Delete?
Project Elite.
Elite. Okay.
It's a game that's about killing space aliens, and it's so good. I have known about this for over a year. It's driving me nuts. A year and a half. Good
Your
night.
head is filled with secrets, Tom.
Well, non-important secrets. No spies get to what? I'm Botacor's working on a new game, and I know the name of it.
We find out Tom's been taken to some remote location and tortured for all of his board game secrets.
When am I reviewing the Reckoners? Next week. Do I actually tally the votes or is it a visual guess? It's a guess, but I'm pretty sure I'm always right because I'm pretty quick at counting.
Yeah. I mean, we keep talking like every time we do this about setting up some sort of poll, but that would add time.
To our extensive preparation we already do.
Yes.
I'm getting married on Saturday, says Kiko, and our honeymoon is Gen Con.
Wow.
We got tickets for the Dice Tower show. I'm so excited. Eric, if you remind me, we'll call them out in the show.
We definitely should do that. We should add it to the script.
That would probably be easier than just telling you to remind me.
Yes.
Crystal, which Star Trek ship would you be captain of that is not the Enterprise? Aren't they all the Enterprise?
No.
Oh, I meant the main ships. Is there like a ship of any of them that's not Enterprise?
Yes.
Star Trek Voyager.
There's Discovery. The Defiant technically would be on near the top of my list as well, even though it's not a larger ship. That one's smaller, but it's pretty cool.
I would fly the Borg cube.
Huh.
Well, that is not in Starfleet.
I always liked the Defiant.
It didn't say cool. Starfleet, Crystal. It said Star Trek.
Okay. The Defiant can cloak. That's what makes the Defiant cool.
The quad torpedo launchers always got me.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, you guys are done? All right. Are we going to stream at Gen Con? We're not. Gen Con is already so extremely stressful to just be at in general that to stream there is much more difficult. Does the industry release cycle still revolve around the convention season cycle?
It seems to.
Slightly less than it used to be, but still. The only thing that would change it up is Kickstarters.
I mean, and there's conventions now in multiple parts of the year. So it feels like even if games are coming out at conventions, it's just happening so frequently at this point. Like,
I mean, there's still the rush to get things out in time for the holiday season.
Yeah, holidays also, right? They don't care, convention or not. You want stuff out by Christmas.
Right.
All righty. Well, we are 18 minutes over, so we should probably end here. You guys have anything to say before we stop?
Yes. Two things real quick. Somebody in the chat asked me the best Star Trek board game. That would be Star Trek Ascendancy, followed by Fleet Captains. Don't play Star Trek Panic. It is horrible. Number two. What? Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like that
Ascendancy
game
is bloated, though. She's not telling you that. It's a bloated, long game. Okay,
I'm not saying it's short. I'm saying it's awesome. But this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern will be the very first episode of Board Game Brunch right here on the Dice Tower. That'll be my live Q&A that I'm going to be doing every month from here on out. I'm going to answer questions from the chat. I don't know what else I'm going to do at this point. I may play some games online. I don't know. It's going to be kind of free form for now until I get my feet underneath me. But I hope all of you who aren't used to seeing live content from the Dice Tower on the weekend can come join me for some brunch. Maybe I will even bring waffles. I don't know. You won't be able to eat them because it's digital. But I can show you waffles. So Board Game Brunch is this Sunday.
You're going to eat in front of people? That's kind of torturous.
These are delicious.
Okay, maybe I'll make myself like a Bloody Mary or a mimosa or something if it's but
never mind. Go back to the waffles.
Yeah, I don't drink. It would be non-alcoholic versions of those things, but
why would anyone do that?
Juice.
Yeah, so come watch Board Game Brunch, please, and come ask me lots of questions in the chat. Anything I didn't answer here, I'll answer there.
Cool. Somebody in the chat asked if I was a voice in the Lego movie. No, I haven't been in any movies. Sorry.
You should be, though.
That would be fun. I'd love to. I'm kind of busy.
So thanks so much for watching, guys. We appreciate it. We hope you had a good time tonight. Tell your friends. Tell everyone to watch Dice Tower tonight. Until next time, though, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Crystal Pisano.
And I'm Eric Summerer.
And you've been watching Dice Tower tonight.
Thanks for watching. Promotional consideration has been provided by game publishers in the form of review copies of games. Tom, Crystal, and I will see you in 2 weeks for another installment. Our show is supported by viewers like you. Thank you. Dice Tower Tonight is produced by Tom, Crystal, and me with assistance from Derek Porter and Rob Searing. Our audience faction supporting only 1/3 of the Dice Tower Tonight team provided by Crystal Clans. Timothy Binkham composed our theme, and hosting is provided by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games at great prices at coolstuffinc.com. Give us your feedback on the Dice Tower Guild at Board Game Geek on Facebook or Twitter, or by emailing us at dicetower@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit the other shows in the Dice Tower Network. Find something new at dicetowernetwork.com. Until next time, from all of us at the Dice Tower, have fun.
Have fun gaming.
That's true. You have a game named after you. How lucky is that?
My name is in
Several.
a lot of games. A lot.
You missed the Dark Crystal one from a few weeks ago.
That's the evil. Oh, did I miss that one? Was I not there?
Yeah, that was a Mirror Universe crystal.
Hmm.
But it's a Muppet, so it's Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal.